Why you gotta tell him now instead of like 15 minutes?
No, it's fine. So the thing that happened that you saw me talking about, it was really funny. You just have to trust me. Session 20. This is Arcane Keys. I love audio problems. They're the best. Um, yeah, so last session, these fucking screaming pillars were screaming and were pillars, but also ghosts. Termaine died, probably. And then didn't die, right? Like just
No.
zeroed.
Just kind of like, I
Yeah.
need a nap.
Okay. And then we had it in plenty of time for someone to. How many death saving throws did you have, Jermaine?
I think I had 1. Is that right?
Oh, that's right. That's why I did it. Okay, cool. So I need.
Where
Sorry.
the hell's death saving throw? Where is that?
Please don't tell me.
Oh, so you can't see your death saving throw thing unless you're at 0 hit points,
No,
which
I
I think is the
remember.
dumbest thing.
I remember.
Mine says current. Oh, why do I have 24 temporary hit points?
Don't
Doesn't
worry.
make any
Get
sense.
rid of those. Those are gone. But
Okay.
I remember why I did it. So he's on the horse. Did anybody expend healing? No. And it didn't save the turn order because of shenanigans. So Termaine's on 8.
I still don't see that.
Ronnie, you're before that, so if you want to heal Termaine before he takes his last turn and dies.
Okay, hold on.
Do I have two failed
I
saves?
opened my character sheet and it's like character builder.
Oh,
What?
great.
Exit?
I think Ronnie ran up and used a healing potion on him, and then he passed his
Yeah.
saves after that. The next time they tried.
I don't see any rolls for any healing potion.
Ronnie has Cure Wounds healing. Sorry, it was Cure Wounds, not a.
Yeah.
Healing.
So there's a Constitution saving throw at 9:58 p.m.
Which was a save, right?
Yeah, there's Cure Wounds at 9:53.
Cure Wounds healing 5.
Yeah,
and
9:53 p.m.
Termaine did longsword.
Yeah, but
then there was a Sacred Flame.
We knocked you back down. Then there were 2 more death saving throws. The last bit was Constitution saving throw. Me shocking you again for another failed death saving throws, and then.
Well, I'll
Arya
just throw
shooting an
another
Eldritch
Cure
Blast.
Wounds on him then.
That's all I'm asking. Yeah, because I remember putting him down again because you're not seeing my side of it in between. Soul's Sacred Flame, Termaine's Constitution saving throw at 17, and that Eldritch Blast is just a block of shock.
Oh, okay.
Block of shock, baby.
So okay, cool. We're settled. We're even Stevens. We're good. That said, though,
please get out of here.
You are on the bridge. The screaming, like last time you murdered undead beings, because it's still technically murder. I mean, you are killing, even though they're dead already. The screaming is there, but it simmers down, just like last time. Do you wish to continue forward, or do you wish to do something else? I also mentioned that the pillars, starting with this one, seem to have
we could jump
fluctuating height where they ascend up onto this one for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'd want to do that.
I can't see very far, so
you still have your 40, right? Though. About 8 squares.
Like
yeah.
Can my horsey jump? Yeah, my horse probably could jump that easy.
So this is an Elden Ring.
Well, you have to do.
Oh man. I can't double jump. Come on.
I would say that because it is an otherworldly steed, I suppose it would be fine.
Oh yes. So I would
need the horse to make an athletics check.
Oh jeez. Oh boy. Do you want to risk it, Saul? You can get on with me if you want. Otherwise,
Free ride, sure, I'll take that. Yeah.
Ride or die.
Ride or die. That's
ride
and die.
Soul's a real one.
Porque no los dos.
Soul's a real ride or die NB.
Oh, I could also phase step one time up to 60 feet
Yeah.
away from itself.
Yeah. If let me double check. I think we're levels. It's level dependent for certain abilities. Boo boo. Yeah. That seems right. The height of the pillar in front of you, the largest of them, is about 60 feet. So,
This one right here?
yeah, the one that would be the top.
Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Soul, if you want to hop on. This is Orlan.
Okay.
Not a dragon, right?
He's my buddy. It means wind of the woods.
You appear on top of the pillar. The screaming is less intense up here, but you hear kind of a wind sound. You're also close enough now at this height to be able to see the ceiling. And you would see that there are pillars like these ones that are hanging down from the ceiling. As I mentioned, the ceiling in this place was much higher, darker.
You mean these? These here?
Yeah, just like those pillars. Above
Okay.
you, they seem to be descending
Oh.
down.
Okay.
So, like, you're in a room that's kind of... it's almost like these are like golden teeth or brass teeth that are kind
But
of
the
inside.
pillars, are they moving?
No. Other than the...
Are they going to try to chomp us?
No. Other than like the
Okay.
swirling kind of visages of people,
Yes.
there does not appear to be that
Okay.
going on.
Okay. Well, you gave that image for a second. I was like, oh boy, we're going to get chewed.
Well, I guess anything's possible.
It still happen.
You can descend down the way you would have come up had you manually did it, or you can just jump off and land and do some damage to the horse.
And get separated from us.
They're up on top, Sol and Termaine, so
Oh,
yeah, they teleported up
they're already separated.
onto the pillar.
Yeah, it's just us ladies down here.
Okay.
But yeah, looking
But
around
you can get there by jumping here to here to here.
looking
to
around
here.
too, Sol and Termaine, go ahead and make perception rolls.
All right. I'm pretty good at that, I think. Let's see. I'm 12. I'm 12 good.
Okay. So you two are kind of looking around, and it definitely looks like there is more of a swelling of the weird shadowy ghost faces on the top of the pillar.
Don't know if it's any better up here.
It doesn't seem all that much better, but at least we're not getting shocked.
Right. I don't know if I can handle that again.
Are those pillars metal?
Yeah.
You don't want to be up there.
So do you linger, or do you head back down?
Okay, well, you've made an interesting point. So does Rani actually say that you don't want to be up there?
Does
Ronnie the scientist. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ronnie doesn't know what's up there, so...
Yeah, I probably can't hear you if you said like, oh, well, at least we're not getting shocked up here.
I mean, we can rejoin the others and just keep going.
Sure, let's do that. So then,
Yep, you're able
Do
to
I-
scoot down, that's no problem. Down is easier than up, so you just kind of drop down step by step. It's fine.
okay.
And then,
okay.
as
I would
you-
describe what we heard up there, what we saw.
Okay, and as you two are up there, the other two, while down there, go ahead and give me perception checks.
Do better than
She's
12,
to
please.
step away, but 20.
Sufficient. So you would notice that the pillars behind you and the ones that you're standing between
Mhm.
seem to be kind of resonating a bit more with the faces and the screams. kind of like as the buildup when you walk between the others happen, and they discharge the wisps. It seems like it's doing that again.
Oh. We might want to go back or forward? What did you see up there? Because I think they're doing that thing again.
We saw shadows.
Looked like more bridge.
You did.
Oh, no into the bridge.
I can barely see in front of my own face right now, so
I'd rather move forward than back. I don't see. I can see out. I don't see any enemies for us. And whoa, Jermaine. And well, you're going up ahead.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
Laughs nervously. And I already forgot what I wanted to say. So that's it.
Well, the pillars are doing that thing again, so whatever we want to do, we should do it, but I'd like to take a rest at some point.
Yeah. Let's keep moving then, shall we?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this does not seem like a safe
I
place
kind
to
of
take
get
a rest.
to this position where it kind of turns. You'd hear kind of like a cackle and kind of like a pop, like a sizzling pop. And if you look behind you, you'd see 3 lights kind of floating in the air. Very much similar to the entities you've already encountered. And it seems that once they appear, they start kind of floating in your direction very slowly.
Do we hear any snaps?
Nothing yet.
No. Okay.
Just
No
them
snaps,
kind of.
but we hear crackles and pops though. Cackles and pops. Got it.
I get the bit. But yeah, they appear, and it just wasn't funny. Okay, so they appear, but they're not. They're not rushing you. Okay, they're
What
Question.
yes.
What if we
Why am I
just
so mean
Question.
to Andy? I don't know. I'm
Why?
sorry. Okay?
Oh no, everyone's freezing. Oh,
No,
great.
it's you. You're the one.
I think they're
Everybody like pause and do like a funny.
I think they're frozen.
Oh, they're frozen for sure. Oh, I didn't catch it. Dang it.
Fucking hate my entire life. Okay.
Okay. Well.
So these columns, is there any that are like would be easy to jump onto or no?
Yeah, so those ones back there that they climb down, that for sure. So it would be this one here, back there. But none of the ones near you at this juncture will be easy to get down or get.
Nothing here.
Right.
Okay. I mean, we can. They don't seem to be messing with us. We could.
They are moving in your direction.
Oh. I mean, maybe if we move quickly, we can get out of their way.
Do you keep moving on the bridge? Okay. Go ahead and move yourself. You're going to come around the corner. There'll be another bend, and then come up to another bend at the top of this juncture. So go ahead and move that route. What will happen in that time is the 3 that materialized behind you, you'll see them kind of moving through the space, but not crossing off of the bridge. It seems like they're bound to float over the bridge for whatever reason. You'd hear another sizzle and then pop, and you would see that 3 more lights have joined them, but a bit closer along on the bridge than the ones before.
Okay, that's weird.
And once you meet that bend, you keep going and move towards the other parcel of land. Do you try to make it to the northern kind of space there?
Well, you know what? We could jump off to the land here if we do that. I think that's probably a good idea. Don't you think? Is it possible to
3 methods of escaping this section? So you can go off the bridge and then just right off the stage right.
Yeah.
Or stage left, rather, because left is right. You could jump off and go over to the rocky side. No, that pillar is not low enough for you to land on it.
This one?
Yeah, none of the pillars here are going to be of a height of jump worthiness except for this one. But you could go south and make your way. It looks like there is kind of like a bit of a climb this way. But it looks like that if you were to go that way, it looks like it does go somewhere. So there's really 3 options available to you here.
We just want to get off the bridge with the methods. I think that's probably the top priority. Wouldn't you say?
I never saw any method.
Group.
I mean, people are just moving,
We're just going.
and nothing's
Straight
happening.
ahead.
Okay, so we're
So
continuing
I'm
on to
just
the
moving
right.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll hear a sizzle and a pop one more time, but once you kind of breach through that, you'll kind of continue along on this path. Now, as you can see, there's kind of a divide in between the northern path, so to speak, and the eastern path, is what we'll call it. This cleft actually goes all the way to the wall of the cavernous structure, and the divide actually comes down at kind of a sharp angle, like the ceiling, rather, comes out at a sharp angle along the divide. So as you're moving east, you're also kind of feeling the weight of the ceiling kind of coming down on you, as if you were kind of in like a slanted roof building. And at the end of, or at the point where the roof meets the floor, you would see that there is like a blocked out area that looks like it almost looks like it was drilled through, like the wall was drilled through. If you'd like to make a nature check to try and see if you can determine why that looks like it does, you may. But this appears to be the path that you're heading on, so I will promptly...
22.
Sure. 22 is pretty good.
16.
The 2 of you would be aware that something burrowed this, and the 2 creatures that come to mind, both are kind of unnatural creatures. A bit more... well, one's rarer, and one's kind of more aberrant. An Umber Hulk could have been the result of this, or a land shark, or also known as a boulet. I would say that, Ronnie, for some reason, you think there's a small chance that it could be like a smaller purple worm, which are pretty devastating as well. All bad, but some worse than others.
Mm-hmm.
This path continues along through this bored-out tunnel for some time. It does come to a point where it looks like it breaches through it's almost like a lattice or a porous area of stone. So when it punctured through, it seemed to have broken like the extremities of stone that were kind of connected, interwoven with one another. But it looks like it has a bit of a hollow, almost like a honeycomb, or I'm trying to think of like a spider web of stone kind of settled inside of this cavity. At the bottom of this kind of network of stone extremities, pillars, not quite the word I want, because they're not going up and down. It's more of like an all-over kind of spread of things, but they are effectively pillars from wall to wall, ceiling to floor, etc., or pillar to pillar. And it seems that this hole continues through, but it also looks like you could enter into this kind of more porous rock structure and kind of maneuver it down.
Like downwards, like down?
Similar
or just
to
like...
how there was like the cavities in the pathways before that kind of created effectively like cross sections.
Oh, okay.
You could descend down like maybe 20 or so feet and be in like a pathway that seems to be going skewed to the path you're on.
Right.
I mean, I'm not doing great health-wise.
This structure
Oh, same.
also doesn't
Same.
seem like a horrible place to kind of rest. However, the watches will have to be 2 up, 2 down.
Right.
Because one person can't watch in 2 directions at the same time.
Man, I should have known. I should have gotten eyeballs installed on my head.
You do. You have a robe of eyes.
Oh,
That's how that works. you could take one by yourself. I just remembered you had a robe of eyes. So because I wish I had eyeballs in the back of my
I
head.
do have robe of eyes.
Yeah, you can see 360 degrees. Like you're good. The robe of eyes, I don't know if we've gone over it, but yeah, you have all around vision, which is more than 360. It's the whole the gamut. And then you also have dark vision and true sight, both within a range
Let's
of
see
120
all
feet.
the things.
Yeah. I forgot about the true sight part.
Just like my mother.
Me too. So I'm like, okay, if we want to rest here, let's just rest here. I'm wearing this robe. I can see pretty much left and right and above and everywhere, you know? So I can take the first watch alone. And then after that, you three can let me sleep for a little bit so I can regain some of my strength. How about it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess we can
sounds
do
like
that.
a good plan.
Okay. So you're trying to take a long rest at this juncture. All right. So
I was going to say short rest, but yeah, long rest.
if it's just a short rest, a minute's a minute. Yeah. Does anybody want to take a long rest? I'm trying to think the last time you took one. Actually, it wasn't that long ago. So I'm not going to let you take one.
I don't need a
Okay,
long rest.
Short rest then.
Short rest
Spend
is
your hit
fine.
dice.
We just need some sort of rest.
Get your
Gosh,
spells
yes.
back. Do what you got to do.
Spend those hit rise.
And you're down an hour, so Elizabeth, roll me a d20.
Okay.
I only mentioned you because it looked like you'd already spent your. Oh, you're spending some more. Okay, cool.
How does that work? What did I just do? What did I just
A
do?
D20.
I do it?
18.
Shit.
Short rest recovered 0? Wait. What do I do wrong? What do you
You
click?
didn't click your die.
Oh, Jesus.
Roll
That's why.
d100.
Sorry. 23.
Okay. Bear with me here.
Roll a D100 who?
Elizabeth still.
Me.
Oh, Liz.
I fucked up.
Okay, that's better.
23.
Much better.
Okay. Oh, god damn. I'm an asshole. Okay,
And I oop.
I'm a dick. Okay. So, due to the situation, I guess Elizabeth, you're the one rolling, so go ahead and roll me a d6. This is to determine whether or not the short rest is finished here or finished at the end of what happens. I know. Okay, so it's going to finish now, and then as you're packing up and getting ready to move, that's when the entirety of the structure that you're in begins to rattle and shake.
Ooh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Dance party.
The lattice portions that you're near start to break away and fall inwards, as does the ceiling. I am not going to ask you anything besides this question, and if you ask me a question in response, I'm going to just stare at you blankly, confused as to why you're not answering my question. You have 4 options. You can travel north inside of the lattice path. You can travel south inside of the lattice path. You can travel east inside of the bored tunnel, or you can travel west, which would be backtracking inside of the bored tunnel. Andy, go.
East and side of the board tunnel.
East in the bored tunnel. Okay, Ronnie. go.
I was gonna say west.
So west inside of the board tunnel. We have
Yeah.
these are the votes. Okay. Soul.
Doesn't matter. We'll take a direction and go.
What'd you say?
West.
And Arya, if you say east, it definitely goes to me. I get to decide.
West.
Okay. So all three of you go west, and Tremaine, you go east.
No.
Sorry,
No,
Jermaine.
of course not. We go the same direction.
It's very sudden. I am not separating you, although it does call for that. But I will use this as kind of a learning bit.
Can we just like grab him as?
No. I'm letting it happen. I'm letting you gather it yourselves.
Okay.
But I'm saying that if this one rolls again, there will be no mercy. I'm being extremely nice.
Kind.
So kind. Because I'm also supposed to ask you to DM me your response, and you're not supposed
Oh.
to. You're not supposed to party talk. So,
Oh no.
extremely nice. That said, you all grab each other and kind of pull yourselves towards the western route and head backtracking. What you will see immediately is that this route caves in. It is no longer accessible. It will be blocked in all directions.
Very cool.
Yes, it is a very much living dungeon. Okay, so you're back where we started, at the bridge. You now have 3 available routes to you. You can go to the northern path that's on the other side there, jumping off of the bridge. You can climb up the rocks to the south. Or you can backtrack.
Or we can use a Scroll of Town portal and be done with this shit.
Correct. However, what you'll notice is that these pillars seem to be operating similarly to the gold plaques, and this room is an impossible place to teleport from.
Very cool.
I mean, I'm okay, because I'm a fucking freak
Yes.
that just got my, spells back.
Warlocks. Absolutely freaks of nature.
But if some of you people who rely on your bloodline or faith for your spells need to go back and rest, that's fine.
This is why people prosecute witches.
Fair.
You're not fair though.
If you want to persecute me, persecute me.
Persecute because I'm awesome and I regain
I
spellcasting.
love to be persecuted sometimes.
Better spell refractory period. It's just, it's what it is. So.
And that's why the church comes after lesbianism.
Correct.
Don't forget.
Because. Correct. So, pathways again. Northern, southern, back western.
Are we saying separately? Are we DMing you? Or are we just all choosing together?
No, we're not crashing. There's no crashing.
No, we're together now.
Only during the crashing event is there like a requisite for terror and fear. Because, again, the situation probably wasn't explained in detail very well, but as you're resting and like packing up your stuff at the end of the rest, the roof just starts to cave in. Like rocks in between one another, smashing, destruction, death.
Got it.
And since being crushed by rocks is boring, it's more fun to get split off and separate the party inside of a massive dungeon.
That would have been insane, dude.
It would have, and it was supposed to be, but I'm being extremely nice because I think some games are best when you see a situation and learn from it, and then realize that you have to plan for it.
I vote north.
North sounds good.
Okay.
I was going to go north as well.
Agreed.
So you cross over the bridge and jump across. Upon touching the bridge, you'll see the wisps appear again on the bridge, and it looks like they're somewhere in like the 30s right now on the bridge. So as you see that, you very quickly, hastily move across. When you walk along this way, it doesn't seem to close off as much as the last path did. In fact, it seems to be kind of circumnavigating around the outside of a kind of cavern wall structure, kind of like a center-built structure inside of a more massive, almost donut-shaped cavity that the river section happens to be a part of. The river comes from the northmost wall, or rather the waterway comes from the northmost wall, and seems to be coming in from a combination of small... if you have tryptophobia, I believe is the name of it, it's a kind of wall that would definitely freak you out. And each one of the orifices are like shooting out jets of water. There also seems to be kind of like a larger stream coming from above. And then when they kind of mix, you'll note that the water that's streaming in from above seems to have more of kind of like a what you'd expect water to look like, whereas there's a blueness to the water that's coming out of the holes in the wall. But yeah, this big open path kind of leads off into the side and opens up to an even more massive rocky cavern. The blade grass is non-existent in this place. It is more barren, and it seems that every 10, 20 feet or so, there are kind of massive stalagmites that kind of come up out of the ground. Bear with me here, I think.
Ooh,
The other thing you'll note, and I'll put your tokens on the map,
I can see everything.
is that
Yeah, me
faint...
too.
Yep, you should be able to. That faint
Okay.
light that you saw from before, that was kind of creating a weird backlight to everything and a shadow effect, is more prevalent here. It's like a silvery glow, and it seems to be coming from somewhere off to the northeast, and it's just present. It's like in the darkness of this cavern structure, there's like this kind of silver ball of light that just seems to be kind of radiating outwards onto everything. And I'm putting your tokens down. As you're walking along this path, which again, this is only a section of it, the important section, if you will, but imagine that this has been a bit of a walk. You would see that there is one specific little hill or stalagmite that has a creature settled on top of it. And if my handouts will work, they're not currently. This guy looks like a stereotypical demon. He's got like scaly skin. He's got horns that have kind of like insect-like influence. Big old bat wings. He's kind of got a green color to him, but his feet also look like they're eagle's feet, and his
So
claws
unoriginal.
look like they're super unoriginal and boring, and nobody even likes this guy.
Rude.
Boo, right?
He seems nice.
If you have Arcana or Religion trained, there's no need to roll anything. You would know that this is a Nikoloth. Nikoloth are a form of Yugoloth, which are kind of not demons or devils. They're the neutral evil fiends. They are evil for evil's sake.
Fun.
Cool.
I mean, that's not good.
One of the
Jermaine hates
most
them.
favorite of all demons in this campaign.
Who hates them? Jermaine?
Jermaine, yeah, why? Yeah. Evil
Why?
for evil's sake? Evil for
Well, what-
evil's sake? Come on!
What did they ever do to you?
Beat evil.
They exist.
They beat evil.
To do evil for evil's sake.
And this guy, he is just
Oh my God.
standing on this pillar, or this rise in stone. Around his belt, he has skulls, which
Fashion queen.
kind of alludes to their size. Like the skulls do appear to be like small trinkets on their tall, just beefed up form. Looks like there's
Fashion.
armor. Absolutely fashion icon. The thing that's the most fashionable on them is the demon hell-forged axe that they kind of are standing there with. But they are just standing there looking like the cover of a death metal album. Like they're just there, existing. As the music might allude to, it doesn't seem like they're terribly threatening towards you for any reason so far.
Can we tell if they've noticed us?
They are looking around, You would see that their heads are turning and moving. They do seem to stop on you for a moment, but then their eyes continue back to gazing. And they do seem to be looking like... So they're effectively backlit by the silver light.
Mhm.
Their eyes are glowing red enough for you to see where they're looking. But it also looks like they're looking in your direction. Like their light's behind them and they're kind of looking out into the shadows.
So they clock us, and they're not immediately like, "Fuck you, intruders! You must die now."
None of that shit happens.
Okay.
Like that stupid dragon.
Demons, good. Dragons,
Bad.
not good.
Oh.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. I mean, I don't think we should try to fight a demon that's not bothering us.
Fun lore point. Only reason demons are in this whole campaign setting as an entirety: dragons. Fucking assholes.
So dragons are bad.
Dragons were bad and can be bad, yes.
Except for the dragon I'll be playing.
Sure, of course, on next Friday. Yeah, we'll be doing something different, folks. Watching it up. Yeah. That gold dragon could never be bad.
You that look, you son of a bitch.
No, gold dragons have never ever been bad. So, from this point, kind of looking around, Ronnie, I assume doing a bit of scouting ahead, trying to keep eyes on locations, not wanting to kind of lose track of where you are.
Yeah.
You would note that there does appear to be several paths into the southern wall of this large structure. I would say on checking, you would see 3, but what you would quickly realize is that the one kind of in the center, the one on the leftmost pathway, it appears to have been caved in.
This one?
Yeah, kind of like off to the left. Yep, it doesn't go back the way you came. It kind of goes back at diagonal
Back
ways
and down, yeah.
into the big structure that the cave you went into in the first place went into.
Mm. But is this one of the other openings, and then
kind of in the middle there's like a rock structure? It kind of goes up a bit and then into like the wall.
Oh, like this?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And then this is the direction. This is the direction that the
kind of like
silver light's coming from.
So it's like this way.
Yeah.
And then you kind of came from that way. And then it kind of wraps around. And like on the southern there's a wall. And on the north there's like well a ways there's a wall. And that's the wall I mentioned that has the holes in the water.
Yeah.
But the holes dry out as you continue on. But none of them look like they're accessible caverns at all. Even the ones with the water shooting out of them. None of them look like there's something any one of your members could crawl through, even if you were to like shrink down to a tiny size. They're like this, and there's like a bunch of them.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's of course a path that continues onwards to the east, but there's nothing to the north.
Okay. Maybe we can find our way back to that little cave system down this way. I'm guessing that this one points to the one that caved in.
Yeah.
I think that one is where we came from.
You said you hated the demon. Do you want to approach it, Tremaine?
No.
Okay.
Does Tremaine like express his hatred of the demon?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay. That demon's kind of cool looking, isn't he? Like,
oh, now you're just poking. Now you're just.
That's
poking.
what. Well, no, Arya thinks he's kind of cool and interesting. Maybe he can guide us in the right direction.
And then Tremaine would say, "You know that they're evil, right?"
I mean, what is evil?
Oh, you know it when you see it.
What I will note, it's something that Tom mentioned in the last section, and I want to make sure that it is very clear. Once you've made it to this kind of far away from the pillars, you're pretty sure that a town portal scroll would work here. I think Tom is away, but I do want to make sure that that was answered.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Hi, gorgeous. So yeah, sound portals will work here, but there's definitely a point that the pillars radiate to. That's kind of a good distance.
I mean, I guess we could try the portal if we want.
Yes, if you all are ready to go,
I mean, we have all this.
we can
stuff.
go. Oh,
Would you
there's
like
stuff
to
to drop off.
stay?
Well, I'm feeling very refreshed after our brief rest. But I have my meditations that allow me to feel refreshed. I could teach you someday if you like.
Yeah, I would like.
Oh.
Why not?
Oh. Okay. Well.
So we're
I like
using.
meditations.
So we're using one.
Tom, weigh in.
Aria will be like, okay, whatever you guys want.
Sorry, what was that, Tom?
I'm fine either way. Yeah.
Okay. So what would you?
Yes.
You would like to go back to town? Okay.
Oh, I thought elves didn't really need rest. Okay.
Well,
Wow.
it's not.
I'm just kidding.
Shame them. Shame them. Shame.
Yes, sis, I'm ready to go back as well.
Okay.
Oh,
It's been a lot.
interesting.
I didn't think he was a coward, but apparently. Me and Shijo trying to stir the pot. This is what running games is like. I'm trying to find
I
a
don't
marker.
even. We got lost, and we don't even know where we're supposed to be going to look for these kids. So.
Above the table, I forgot that there were missing children.
That is why we were down here the whole time.
I'm so glad that you brought that up.
We're so far
Because
off
I
the
haven't
original
thought about
path
those
that
children forever.
it
It's
doesn't matter
better
anymore.
to start over.
And in addition, we're carrying so much loot.
Yeah,
They're probably
Thank
dead
you.
at this point.
we can buy
For
new
recalling
kids.
that.
It's fine.
In character, I think so. So in my out of character mind, I am so fucking overloaded with bullshit that I forgot.
No,
But-
that's fair.
Arya would remember that there are missing kids, probably. So thank you.
Okay, you tone down your spicy, and we can go home.
I do. Arya does not.
Arya says no, absolutely not, never. Okay, so I just need to switch the layers here.
Arya comes
And this,
with a minimum mild level of Thai spice.
Minimum.
Thank you. Yes.
this may sound like a very strange question, or strange request, but it is actually really important. You should be able to move that portal. As you can see, the entrances are the red areas, and when the portal is cast, it will remain there for 24 hours.
Oh God.
Oh my god, I
Effectively,
just realized there's an evil
the
guy.
two-dimensional
like, right up in
spaces.
there.
The two-dimensional spaces are effectively adjacent to the location where the portal opens, which, since you've cast it, I will say you would see, happens to be back in Card End. Bear with me here.
Nice.
I'm trying to remember the exact spot. Where was it?
It was right in front of the pub.
That's right. It's not technically the pub. It's the place right next to it. It's the shop. It's the. I'm looking at my notes. Tipsy Toad is adjacent to Badger Hill. It is right outside of Badger Hill. So that's where it will be adjacent to. Where would you like to put it from there? Anywhere on this map is fine.
Right in front of that evil creature. No, I'm kidding. Is this this is a stalagmite, right?
Yeah, everything's up from the ground. Yep.
Okay. Is there like a tunnel that way?
No, it's more to the left. You can kind of
Okay.
see like a little pathway here.
I was wondering if maybe we could angle it.
I would say you could dip it like behind this rock if you wanted to, and then these pillars would also be in the way. That's fine. Okay, great.
Just kind of tucking it away into a corner where it would be weird if someone went into, you know?
I believe the term is doing your best.
Yes.
And that's absolutely fine. Totally okay with that. Now, obviously, we're not moving you directly to. Why is it actually moving?
Ren is saying that we should walk up to the demon and ask for free cursed items.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a Brent suggestion. Do you do it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad.
I mean,
could have had some cursed magic items.
Perfect.
But since you didn't, we'll go ahead and move on to the next beat. Can I please have my spell shit? There we go. And I don't know why I chose this music as the music for this space, but here we are. Oh no. I'm having fun. Everybody got smallified.
Yay!
Smallified.
And Termain. Oh, Termain got bigified.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, right. What is happening? I am stupid.
I don't know. I can't see
I
anything.
figured it out. I'm stupid. Okay. We gotta take this and bamf it there. Change layer to there. Okay, that's where the portal appears. From a southern direction, looking into the portal, you would see a door open, and it seems to go into a small little tower. I think I have a picture of this guy. Badger Hill. Nope. I don't have one. But it's basically, you're on a hill, and there's a little kind of it almost looks like a mushroom hut made of stone, kind of built on the top of the hill. Inside, it looks like there's not really much movement or motion going on, but you can see from this perspective, I have to turn all light on. That's what has to happen. Even though it didn't want me to. The pathway leads south from here, and it looks like it reconnects with the road. But then there is also the store.
I do need arrows.
Okay. If you go inside to the space, you would note that there isn't anybody at work. But there is a sign kind of standing on the counter, and it reads, if you're here to purchase something, please just leave the correct coin on the table. Thank you. And then the name that is written there is Isola. Isola.
Are there arrows for sale?
There appear to be arrows. This would be anything that's listed in the book, regards to ammunition or general items, would be present here.
Okay.
And if you would like, you can roll a D100.
For
To see
how
if there's
many
also
arrows?
a magic item present. You can buy as many arrows as you like. Up to
Oh,
300 is, I think, would be the hard cap that they've had.
Why not?
Sure.
34.
So, there is a really cool looking cloak for sale here. It just looks very, very cool.
That is a really cool cloak.
It says it's worth 250.
It's a little out of my budget right now. I'll have to save up for it. How much are your arrows again?
And also,
their
how much is a mithril ingot?
We're carrying so much money right now.
They're not purchasing anything here, so
Yeah, she's gone right
We
now.
couldn't use an ingot as a form of payment.
Well, they're a lot. They are. Hold on.
You can buy the store.
No. They are 1,200 gold each. They were how much were the arrows, John? Sorry.
So yeah, whatever the book says. I'm sorry, I don't have.
Oh.
You're making me do it. Okay, I'll do it. It's fine.
No,
No, it's fine.
I don't have the book.
That's fine.
I don't have the book,
That's
John.
fine. I'm finding it. They're not in the compendium either.
They don't have the price in the compendium.
So stupid, Roll20. Make it.
I know, right?
Ammunition. Arrows. Amount 20, 1 gold piece.
Oh, sick. I will leave 2 gold pieces on.
Okay. And your quiver can hold 40 loaded. That's fine. But otherwise, you'd have to figure out a way to carry the arrows because they literally just have arrows in a barrel.
Cool.
Okay. So then, everybody else, you're heading back home, or where are we heading?
Home, please.
Okay. Anybody else want to go a different route?
Nope.
Oh, it is?
Oh, Hilda's still there.
She shouldn't be.
I know.
You'll also note that your mom isn't here either.
She was not there last time.
Ouch.
Correct.
Right.
Everyone we love
And
abandoned
neither
us.
is Lord Alwyn.
Neither is Alwyn.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's also not present when you arrive back.
That's fine. He's kind of annoying.
He's our boss.
Yeah, bosses are annoying.
Heck yeah.
Elizabeth.
I mean, that's fair. I feel
Okay.
like mine is a little bit further from normal, but
I'd say temporally it's probably somewhere around 1 p.m. And does anybody remember what day it is?
After all that time in the
it
fucking...
should
Oh.
be like 2 days after. No, 3 days after the festival.
Mm-hmm. And the festival happened at the end of the month?
The 25th of. Wait, no. Yeah. It was the 30th of of Falloon.
Yep.
So it's the
3rd of the
This-
next month, which is in my notes. Hold on. I sometimes forget my own month order.
keep meaning to drop a calendar for that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
This is the wrong. I went to the wrong thingy. The month after
We're all
Floyd is
doing
Soda.
Soda.
Soda, and it's also the zodiac of this month is the provider.
Hey.
The festival,
Sugar Daddy month.
The festival for this month will happen on the 31st.
Okay.
And
Tremaine walks back into the larder and starts gathering meats, cheese, bread, and fruit.
I know it's a bit copyright infringy, especially since we're kind of doing like a Stardew Valley thing, but the name of the holiday is Harvest Moon.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know. I'm a hack, alright? I've never had an original thought in my entire life.
Has anyone?
Wow, you didn't invent the concept of harvesting? I'm fucking livid.
Or mooning.
You know, we're gonna stop right there.
We're stop right there. So yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I would say that the day is too much gone that you won't be able to utilize today as like a downtime point. However, I will say that if you wish to ignore the town portal and let it go to fizzle, you could, if you'd like, take downtime at this point. If you were to take downtime at this point, I would award you 5 downtime points, as you'd be wasting an entire 6 day to kind of figure out what you want to do. However, if you have plans and you want to engage on those, you do not have to take downtime. Just tell me what you want to do.
I don't really want to take downtime. I think Ronnie is wanting to like either go back in and be a bit more careful on trying to go in to find the kids and the group that we were supposed to be meeting up with, or was it the kegs?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Butter and Ken and them. Yep.
Yeah. Or go to the Fey Gate that we know is up here.
Also, we might need to keep an eye on that portal.
Also that. Because it's for 24 hours.
I would say that should be a priority for us. Who knows what kind of curious creature might emerge. Not to judge it as evil. She looks at Tremaine. But just for safety's sake.
Okay.
Well, it might not even be that's like trying to come out, but like other people could also be trying to get in.
That too.
I will say I am a little worried too about going back, because you're not really. I don't think we're really supposed to be like doing what we did.
So, not to be like an insufferable snitch, but we did get a text message from Tom saying, I'll defer to y'all, and I'd be personally fine never going into Helmaw ever again. So, I love that.
Whatever y'all want to do.
Tom, you're supposed to be, I have to be your voice right now. And you have to just accept whatever I claim your voice to be.
Voice that.
And that is we're now playing Stardew Valley.
Yes.
That's for a while. 31st of this month. Again, it's only the 3rd.
No, now. We're now playing Stardew Valley.
Okay, if you guys want to grow a farm outside, I guess that's a downtime activity.
But we have a perfectly good Bay Gate.
Oh, the Bay Gate. Wait. Okay, 24 hours. Let's guard the gate that we created, and then let's check out the Bay Gate.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you head back to the portal?
Yeah.
Okay. When you arrive back at Badger Hill, you will see that there are 2 town guard standing near your portal. It almost looks like they're talking to one another, but as you kind of see them from a distance and kind of get closer, you'll note that they are kind of talking at the portal, not so much to one another, because they never turn to face each other. They're facing the portal.
Weird.
Once you get to where they're at, you would see that they appear to be having a conversation with the thing on the other side of the portal, which is the Yugoloth.
Cool.
As you get closer,
Can we hear what they say? They're saying.
are getting into earshot, you would hear them say, "Well, that's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, of course. And we'll make sure to ask the people who. Oh, did you?" And they kind of point to you out and say, "Did you bring this portal up?"
Yeah, we did. Sorry.
No.
We were gonna come by and guard it.
No,
make sure that nobody got hurt.
It's okay. It's this bound guardian just wanted to make sure that you knew that you typically want to engage in portal making in safe locations. I've never been inside. Looks to the creature and then just starts kind of and just starts talking to them like that for a second. And anybody who speaks like fiendish languages kind of understands that he's asking the Nikoloth a question, and then says, "Okay, so yeah, it's a symbol. It'll be like a triangle, but kind of longer on its sides, over top of a small little hill-like shape." And then you can see
we need to look for that symbol.
That's where they say it's safe to utilize such spellcraft. And like as he finishes that sentence, the creature on the other side, just disinterestedly with its kind of bright red eyes, turns around and starts walking away, back over to its hill.
Weird.
Wait, what does it look like again?
The Nikoloth?
No, the triangle.
It's like a triangle with like kind of longer sides, so kind of not isosceles, but like kind of like more pointy or arrow-like. And then underneath it is a small little like half square.
Oh. Okay. Oh, well, that's good to know. Sorry, it was our second time into the Helma, and we got very lost.
No problem. It's not a rule that we care about, so...
Okay. Well, thank you for your concern. Sorry we left it alone for...
Oh, no, no problem. That's what it looks like. Oh, wait. That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm putting it in the notes.
We have a raid happening
What about a raid?
in the Twitch.
Oh,
cool.
Hey guys.
Yeah, Solution again. Hey.
Hey, Solution.
Party of 11.
Yay! Welcome.
So that's what the icon that the fiend says. It's okay for you to use portal access to the maw in and out. But yeah, at Badger Hill, the guards kind of walk away once you kind of owned up to the portal. Just seemed that they were cataloging who it might have been that
Oh hell!
created that magic. Well,
Oopsies.
again, they also have to kind of keep an eye on it as well to make sure nobody breaks the Lord's rules. Because, again, the normal access point is in one location. But these guards were basically Johnny on the spot, right? Like, you teleported in, walked away from it, and, like, maybe a few minutes after that, they were there to kind of block it off. You would see that the storekeep has returned. So, if you wish to enter into and do business with them, you could. Or if you have other business you want to engage in, I'll just kind of leave the table to you.
Hey, I've got my robe. My robe's got many eyes. So, I can stay out here. Look around.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I clarify. The guards are going to be watching it, not from like right on the location, but definitely like they will be keeping an eye on it.
Oh, so we don't
Alright, cool.
have to stay here.
Yeah. So again, it's not your responsibility. You're the adventurers.
Okay.
So now you know. It's not something anybody told you because again, your lord is kind of
Aloof.
The dork.
He's not one of the movers or shakers in Card End. He's just doing his thing. Let him live his life.
Let's name a spade a spade. He's a dork.
He is a dork.
I need Soul to be over just like one more, and then it would look like a frowny face.
Fair.
God damn it, Soul.
Or here, we can just have.
Now it's
There it is.
It's like a more.
Perfect.
Like I said, the storekeep is present though. If you have other business you want to engage in for the remainder of today, I just kind of want to get that out of the way, and then also just to make sure it's on the table and you guys are moving forward with it, kind of take it, and just run with it. But what the plan of attack is, whether you're going back in or not.
Into the Hell Maw.
Yeah.
Wasn't there some sort of rule that we have to show them what we got out of the Hell Maw when we leave?
Yes, absolutely correct. But only things of a magical nature. Materials are not important. That's why the Chaos Shards are a problem. But the gems that they get alongside the Chaos Shards are not. If you remember,
Right.
the dwarves had mentioned that. They were the ones who kind of reiterated.
But things like the cloak.
The robe of eyes.
The robe, honey. The robe. The gown.
the actual attire.
So we should be showing them that.
That should be cataloged. But again, if you're going right back in, maybe...
Who am I supposed to be showing that to?
The people back at Hellgate. So that would be the people who
I don't love that.
Look, when you're in
I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't love it, but I'll do it.
Listen, when you're in a magical, feudal, strange governmental structure like Card End, okay, you follow the rules.
That sounds homophobic, but
Okay.
I'll accept.
Fine. I that was my aim and goal. Big
I know.
issue. But the portal way. Before that, what are you folks doing in the rest of the day? Anything that you need to get done before you go back into the Hell Maw? Or if you aren't going back into the Hell Maw, what other directions would we want to go?
Well, I was mentioning the Fey Gate
Right.
that had been mentioned previously. But
Have we done an overnight rest?
You have not.
yeah,
It's presumed that you will do that after any kind of business that's done through the day. But since no one's biting on that, I'm going to assume that it's just nighttime. We're going to go ahead and get a long rest in. Unless anybody has anything that they want to do during the remainder of this day, the 3rd of...
Soda.
Would I be
SOTA.
able to send
Like
a
soda pop.
letter
Sorry?
would I be able to get a letter to the castle.
You can send it that way. It's not going to arrive immediately or anything, but yeah, you can send it.
Right, but I could send one.
Yep, you have a mail office effectively in your keep, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Ronnie would like to send a letter to their mother apologizing for not getting more on top of the Faygate, but telling her that they had found a Fey barrier in the Hellmaw, but she wasn't sure how to open it, even though I know how to open it.
No, your character does too. Like, I think.
Well, no, no. This is a plot point, John.
I think she'd have figured it out. Like, that's
No.
what they said.
I know.
Oh, okay.
We take a long rest. She has an epiphany while we sleep.
Got it. I get it. I see. I'm with you.
That's also why I was
Sorry.
pushing for a long rest in the Hellmaw, but it didn't happen.
For the brain to jog.
Thank you for your service, and I'm sorry for forgetting that.
No problem. I would say experience-wise, you're going to be gaining a total of only 800
million.
No, just 800 though. The million was not added. That someone else said that.
No.
Me and Andy, we
I don't
sound
know what
a
you're
lot
talking
alike,
about.
but no, that's not true. What he said is wrong. Cat. Okay, so with that being the case, experience and rest, finish those up, and then it's right back into the hole.
What?
So do you have 8,088 as your total experience, folks?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
I have 8,238.
Okay, that might be as a result of different starting options. I don't know.
No, that wasn't a thing in this one.
Oh,
That
so
was the bonus experience that he gave for the joke, probably, or whatever, last week.
It was.
The shit's posting experience.
Shit.
Wait, I have 8238.
Yeah, because we both had an inspiration already.
Cool.
It was inspiration or
150. IP is Cyberpunk. Okay.
Oh.
It's totally fine. So, into the hole?
Wait, which hole?
What's our mission, sis?
Hellgate?
I'm so tired.
I thought we were going to the...
Okay, what kind of fucking paladin?
The Faygate that not Balgar.
Okay, Faygate. And
Wait, the Fey Gate is where we killed the dragon.
That was a fake barrier. I know it's complicated.
Fey barrier.
There is a Fey gate that was mentioned that's topside.
With Black Sphere.
Is that different from what you're saying, Liz?
Yeah. No, I want to go to the one that was mentioned during Black Sphere.
Which is a Fey gate, correct?
Yes.
And it should be in the
I don't know what
southern
the
woods.
fuck that is.
It's in the southern woods, south of Cardend, and it's on a path heading out of town.
Between Marshtown. So there's Marshtown, there's the Hellmaw, and then the Old Fort, Carver and Cleaver, and it's like right between
those ruins. Yeah. Okay, so if that's the case,
so it's just, I'm sorry, is it an exploratory mission, or are we doing something more specific?
We're seeing if it exists.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And if it goes into Minecraft. He's fine. He's getting his attention.
He didn't get seen last week, so.
Do you think he deserves it? I don't.
Yes.
Obviously.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait, did you?
My long rest.
So the map marker was placed on, like a pretty solid map marker was placed on your map by the Blaze Hatchet folk. So if you follow that to the letter in the morning and leave and set out from like Koi Keep at like dawn, you'll arrive there at about 10 a.m. if you're taking horses, closer to 11:30 noon if not. I believe your horses are available to you as an option, so totally fine. You get to the location, and after tracking it out, you will see
nothing.
That the road splits away onto a dirt path. The dirt path goes through the forest and then breaks out into a massive open kind of meadow area amidst the trees. And the path kind of cuts through this kind of grassy meadow space. You would see that directly in front of you, as you come out of the trees, is an archway that appears to be completely natural, made out of rock, that comes over top the road or pathway.
Oh, hey.
I know this map. For those watching
That
at home.
looks real cool.
Elizabeth drew this map.
That's me.
But yes, this is what the map marker seems to denote. This is the Fey Gate that they said they saw. Music is incorrect.
Does it look like it's active at all?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Yeah. So it's like an old Fey Gate.
If you'd like to check it, you can
Possibly.
make a either an Arcana, History, or Nature roll. Each one of these options will provide a different bit of information, but you can only choose one.
23 for history.
Okay.
21 for nature.
Okay. 13 for Arcana. Okay.
Wait, is there another option?
Just those three. If you want to roll.
Oh, Arcana. I'll roll on Arcana.
Yep. Shoring up where Soul has apparently rolled poorly. Okay, great. So, Termaine, you would know that these structures are very old. They are not something that is done commonly in Elvish culture. These were structures that were put into place when elves actually maintained cities in the olden days. They are grown. They are not carved. And the stone is basically grown in such a way that it will connect with itself on the other side. So it's not a falling out or a breakage. It's actually more of a growth of rock and sediment. You'd also note that there are very light but very kind of detectable, if you know where to look, glyphs on this space. And that would have been markers for the individuals who grew this. Based on the ancientness of these Elvish runes, you would presume that this was crafted during the War of Sword and Serpent. So this gate is very old. Is the long and short of that history check. The nature check will tell you that based on the growth of grass, trees surrounding this space, there is no way that this gate has been active for more than maybe an hour in this space. The pure, unadulterated magic that stems out of the Shazos or Feywild would have turned this road into like feet of grass or like thousands of flowers or craziness, right? That has not happened. So your presumption is that if a gate did open here, it wasn't for long, and the dwarves may have false reports, or maybe something else was, done here to create an effect. And lastly, the Arcana check you would know that this Fey gate is locked. This gate seems to be barred, and stepping through it, you can feel the divide. There's like a shift in kind of spatial presence that you can detect. But effectively, it's like you're standing on one side of a door that you know only opens one way.
Mm-hmm.
That was for Arya on that last beat.
I'm so sorry, what?
No worries. Paying attention is not mandatory, I guess. I'm sorry. This is for you. The gate is still active. It is not open. It appears to be one way at this juncture. And the opening side is not this side, it's the other side. So basically, if you want to move through this gate, it's one way and it's out only. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. It's an exit door.
Yes, that is correct.
I mean, Arya doesn't have a relationship to this that I know of. Okay, with the Arcana check. Oh, the Arcana check. Okay, the Arcana check is that...
to determine that you know that this gate is still active, it is not open. And it's a one-way gate. The Feywild can access the material plane through this rocky structure, but not vice versa. So people in the Feywild can leave here, but people outside of the Feywild cannot enter the Feywild from here.
Right.
That is what I was saying.
Yeah, so, are we ready for a trauma dump? So, Arya is like, I've had experiences with this kind of artifact before. I've had to flee the Feywild before. Through a one-way gate. And it appears like this is that type of structure. So I'm certain that someone in the Feywild could come here through this artifact. But it doesn't go both ways. From here, this structure is inert. I don't know if that's good or bad. She eyes Tremaine for a moment. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Okay.
Seeing the gate in its entirety and coming to the presumptions that you have, do you wish to engage with the gate in any other ways that you can think of? And again, this is a nebulous question. There's no wrong answers. Don't ask me what the right answer is. I don't know what it is. Just how your characters would... Do you want to run around on top of it? Do you want to do a flip? Whatever. Obviously, those are not serious suggestions, but if there's something that your character would think to do or would think to ask or do...
I would like to read your mind.
My mind does not exist in the game world, so your ability to read mind is only present in Dungeons and Dragons, and
or
my power to read exists in the real world, and I need more alcohol.
Oh my god!
Yay, baby cat. He's also kind of.
Yeah,
you didn't know he was right there, did you?
No, I knew. I've seen him.
This is what you wanted, Tom. This is what you wanted.
That's the content I pay for.
That's what you pay for. Give them what they want, Shimby.
Misty step through it.
If you want to.
Oh my god, I just don't feel like I have anything constructive. Oh! Is Tremaine on top of it?
Maybe.
Tremaine, you climb up and kind of walk around onto the top of it. It definitely
And die.
feels like it's suitable to walk on. It does look quite smooth in image, but it does have enough of kind of like a texturing to it, or kind of like a cragginess to it, that you can kind of maneuver on it without too much problem. I mentioned the markers, the kind of glyphs and symbols.
The
that you
glyphs,
see.
yeah.
As you move towards the middle, you would be a bit confused, because you would see that your family's marker, your enclave's like full symbol, is present dead center on the top.
That is strange.
So that would potentially indicate that our enclave had something to do with creating the gate? Or
Right.
finishing the creation of the gate?
Perhaps.
What did you find?
So the glyphs were done by the makers or the growers of the rock. Okay. He would climb down, and then he would tell the others what he found.
Oh.
And your history
So-
check was good enough that you would know that that would be the keystone marker, which means that the leaders of the growth of this were them.
Yeah, this is like somehow strongly connected to our family.
Oh. Are you two related to stonemasons or
Well, I don't
gate?
know if this is like
Or
dwarvish ability so much as think of it as like a growing thing in nature, like wood from a tree. I'm just riffing, John.
You're doing perfect.
So it's different.
they work? I understand.
Yeah, it's not chiseled so much as just grown.
With purpose.
Yeah, he would nod. Yes.
Well, I met the two of you long ago in the Feywild. I wonder if you or your kin would know a little bit more about this.
Would John, would that history check reveal anything about whether our family connection to the gate would help us activate it?
Let's see if Elizabeth can help with that inquiry. Because it's not so much on activating, it's more or less on why we sought this out. Why did we seek out the gate?
Because Mom wanted to know, and then also we gotta find a way into potentially Anchorad.
Why did Mom want to know?
Huh?
Why did Mom want to know?
Oh, that's in my notes somewhere, I know. Well, for connection with because there's the like battle stuff with the stuff going on in Anchorad, and then
There are enclaves who don't know what happened in Einkrad.
Yeah.
And all of them say they have a claim on Einkrad. They're basically trying to vie for who takes control of it.
Yeah, the
Oh, right. I do have notes about that.
Nature stuff.
Right.
Allura worries that Lavis's interest in Icarad is to take the resources of its trees. I have that note.
That's
Einkrad, like many enclave leyline towns or cities, has great trees. Great trees are trees that exist in the Feywild now alone, but used to exist in both the Feywild and the material plane at once. In a spiritual sense on the opposite side, in a physical sense on the material side. But when they were shunted out of the material plane due to the migration, the physical and the spiritual connected as one in the spiritual realm, the Feywild.
Yeah. And there
Alright.
were 6 trees, but the
I
western
have something
one
about
was blighted and then
Mhm.
restored by divinity, so there's 5.
I have something. The cult of the 4 aspects reside in Ankarad and has been sending out reading parties.
Right. So there is that. That is a rumor and a potential kind of notated fact, yeah.
There's a lot.
Okay. So there's a good reason for us to try to pursue this.
Now, knowing that your goal here is to not only find the location, but also inspect its like validity and importance specifically to your mom, what would you like to do while you're here?
I wonder, Randy, if you or I, or both of us, trance that might give us a connection to the Feywild.
I
That might
mean,
help.
it could.
Yes.
That... it could. We also, I mean, so Misty Step, it does go through,
Correct. I will say,
right?
Arya, what you would basically be noting is that they're kind of trying to discuss methods to try and like get through the gate or hijack the gate. Your Arcana check was high enough to know that these are all folly. Everything they suggested is baby brain dum-dum stuff.
So, no
Let's see. Oh, okay,
no
I'm so sorry.
offense, Jermaine. No offense, Jermaine. But all of your suggestions, they're infantile.
No offense.
Someone might say
You started out so well there.
someone who's
Arya.
not me, I wouldn't say this.
Okay.
I would not say this, but someone else might say that it's baby-like.
I'm not saying it, but
I would never say that because I respect you quite a
you
bit.
both baby brains too much.
But someone else might say that. So I think there is highly advanced magic that needs to take place.
Thank you so much,
What
Arya, for clarifying things for us.
One thing
You're
I do
welcome.
think,
I would only say this to someone who was.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's not like we could just say Rumai like we could at the other gate.
and nothing happens. So
Yeah, I know.
I want to make sure that it's clear what Arya is saying, and the reason why I said it the way I was doing it because I wanted to make sure that we focused on Arya's check. Arya specifically determined this gate is one way. That is
Yeah.
not something that can be bypassed from this side. If you wish a door to be opened once it's closed, you do
You
not
have to
open it fully.
the other side.
Right, correct. So again, the thing that I'm hinting at, and I just want to make sure it's very clear, is there any
Maybe there's another gate that only goes the other way.
possibility? But is there any evidence that you wish to try and remove from this location or glean from this location in some way, be it like stone rubbings or the like, that you would like to take with you when you leave this place?
I mean, that one of our family enclave
Okay.
would be pretty rad to be able to be like, hey mom, look what I found.
So you have the map, you have the mark on the map, you have a tracing or rubbing of the family marker, the enclave marker. With that, it seems that the exploratory portion of this specific space is cleared.
This very strange hole that I drew.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does not do anything currently.
Damn.
When
Currently.
when you do inspect it, it appears to be filled with spider webs. If you wish to root around there and explore, you can. But right now, it is just a hole that is just jack-packed full of those really thick spider webs. It's like, yeah, those.
Arya, will you hold my pinky while I do this thing?
Or, I mean, if you want to do it, Arya, you could.
All right. So that was informative. I
Okay.
guess I need to write mom again.
Okay. What did you write on the last letter to her, by the way?
Um.
I didn't stress
I
or
thought.
ask about that.
Oh, I thought I said what I put.
Sorry, I apologize. I did not take note of it. I'm a terrible friend.
Terrible DM, because you
That
could have
too,
used
yeah.
that against me.
I'm the worst.
So she would have written that she was sorry that they didn't go to the Fey Gate that we knew about earlier, but we were able to find a barrier down in the Hellmouth while we were looking for some children that was interesting. But last night she didn't know
Gotcha.
how it opened, but
Okay.
during her trance, she went, "Oh shit, that's how."
Just gotta
The
go back.
kitty cat's on the thing.
So it's about 11 when you finish at the Fey Gate.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it back to town shortly thereafter, around 2 or around 12. So from that point, I just have to ask, where would you like to go? And I want to make sure that you're focusing in on everything I've said so far this evening and paying really close attention.
And we should probably check in with the Hellgate
Okay.
people. But is that what everyone else wants to do?
Oh, about the items that we took out?
Yes.
I guess.
And be like, sorry.
Yeah.
Andy, do you want to add anything, any warnings or, time-sensitive situations you're concerned with? Keeping in mind it's 12, the day after you arrive back from the Helmo.
Would the gate that transported us here be closed at this point?
Closes 24 hours after it has been created. It was created at 1 p.m. yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go back there and make sure there's no problems with that.
Yeah, you slept and you went on another quest, so I just want to make sure a lot has definitely been done. So, if you wish to re-enter the Helma through the portal that you created, you will have to do so now. And there will be no time for purchases outside of what they sell at the Badger Hill. If you don't want to go back in, the gate will close and you will have to re-enter the Helma. And if you wish to get back to the point you were at, clamber down
That would
that way.
suck. That would suck.
It could
Yeah.
suck, especially since there's a potential that certain parts are repopulated.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens.
So we could pick up where we
Right.
just exactly where we left off and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. You'll go right back into the hole, right near the cool demon that you never talked to, and continue from there. But you have to go in with what you have on you right now, since no one made any purchases besides Elizabeth with the arrows.
Yeah. And we're making sure that we're leaving the ingots behind, right, guys?
Yes, yes, yes.
I can say that that's fair. You left them back at Lycoy Keep. They have not been transferred into the bank. If you wish to
Yes.
leave Alwyn or staff members a note to do that, you can. But if you wish to keep them for recipe purposes, that's also not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have one ingot. I'll keep it.
You're gonna hold on to it
On
while you
you?
go back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for bribes, right?
Could be good for bribes.
You don't know
Yes.
when you're going to need an ingot. And also, I don't know what I would do with it.
Yeah.
like right
I
now.
was kind of poo-pooed on giving out bribes, but okay.
It's kind of like when you have like something in your purse and you're like, "What do
Whoops.
I do with this? I'm just gonna leave it in there." You know,
Mhm.
that's my attitude towards it.
It's not taking up too much space. Just a bit of poundage in the
Okay,
bag.
so
Okay.
Arya has ingot.
Back in the hole though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as described before to you, inside of this space, and I'll change the music back a bit, there is the left path, which leads back to the Screaming Pillars. The path continues to the east. There were 3 pathways south, although the leftmost of that, or if you're looking at the rightmost of that, will have been caved in. The portal will shut soon after you arrive back in this space, probably 10-20 minutes. To be completely honest, and then it's up to you, however you'd like to proceed.
I mean, a part of me that has no sense of self-preservation is just like, let's move towards the light.
I mean, if you want to talk to the demon, you can do that. I'm
I mean, he
just not
seemed
super
nice enough.
interested in doing it myself.
He seemed nice enough to the guards.
Because of your bigotry?
That's one way of looking at it.
That's the right and cool way of looking at it.
Okay. We shall see. See, what I'm hoping is that this conversation would prompt John to make this devil's like this demon super cool and like all friendly and stuff and not want to murder us. So I'm fine with that dynamic.
He was fine to
Let's
the
go.
guards.
Go ahead. Go talk. Go say hi.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Aria. What's up? Want to hang out?
I mean, I'll only talk to him if he talks to me. I'm just heading towards the light because I have no sense of self-preservation in this moment.
Okay, so as you walk and head that way, you come around to look up at him. He is still kind of facing southways, and he would kind of, clock you. You definitely know he knows you're there, but he does not seem to react to you unless you are speaking to him. Moving past him. I just need you guys to
Ronnie
use
will
your
just kind of
words.
give like a little half wave
Okay.
as they pass by,
All right. No
or she
response.
passes by.
Arya will go kind of like a
Little.
I'm acknowledging you, and I'm moving past you. Bye.
Gestures do not seem to cause the creature to change its attitude in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, they seem nice.
I would like for everyone to go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm so bad at that.
Rolled an 18 or 23. Go Liz.
23.
Ronnie, you would see that at his feet, as you're moving around him, from this angle, you can see lying on the ground, next to his eagle-like talons, there is an arcane forge key. It looks like it is made out of 6 parts.
Hey, that looks like the thing Soul has.
He doesn't seem like he wants to bear.
Wait, like he wants what?
He doesn't want to share.
Oh,
No way.
Well, maybe he knows more about them?
Arya seems to know how to communicate with him.
I don't. I just know how to say hi, bye. I don't speak Fiendish. I don't know why you would think that I wouldn't speak Fiendish.
Well, maybe he speaks other languages.
Arya in Orc goes, hello.
It will reply in Orcish. However, you see its mouth moving. It does not appear to be speaking Orcish, but you are hearing
Oh.
Orcish. Ronnie, you hear Elvish. Charmaine, you hear Elvish. Soul, you hear Janarin, kind of common tongue. And he responds, "Hi."
Oh. Hello, didn't
Oh,
know you
that's nice.
were an Orcish speaker. My apologies.
I'm
We're
not.
just passing through. Oh.
And the words for "I'm not" in Orcish are very kind of simple, curt, right? But like he's kind of like, but then you hear "I'm not," but the mouth is like it's like a dubbed over film.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I can like
Tongues,
put 2 and 2 together.
yeah.
Oh, well, yes. Well, my apologies. We're just passing through. Thank you for not eviscerating us.
Sure.
What's that at your feet?
You see his eagle talons kind of clench the stone, causing like small bits of pebble to kind of spark up from his position. He then moves his body and frame so that he is blocking it more thoroughly, dropping down the hill a bit. He raises his axe up in the air in kind of a martial stature. What are you talking about? There's nothing at my feet.
Oh, sorry. It just looked like a different kind of rock.
Yes, that must be it.
Well, thank you.
Soul will pull out the Combined Forge key.
Oh.
The eyes kind of like become alight, and his teeth kind of like widen in this like strange face.
Just another rock.
Yeah, just another rock. Kind of glaring at it in an almost avaricious way. Kind of like you can tell, like as you're kind of like looking at it and getting ready to put it back in your pouch, like this creature's eyes are like locked on your key more so than anything else in the world.
Kind of going over to Soul and kind of like leaning over. How do we need more of those or no?
No idea.
I suppose we can come back if we need it. Maybe.
It holds its martial pose and remains kind of standing kind of on one side of the hill, kind of pushed in towards you.
Well, let's go look at that light thing over here.
Soul will put the key away.
Okay.
I can go off the map.
Yeah. So when you continue on to the east, the northern wall breaks away, and what you would realize is that the kind of sudden understanding of the massive nature of the cliff and empty space that exists to the north is mind-boggling. There does not appear to be a down, does not appear to be an up, there does not appear to be anything off in the distance. It is an abyss, an expanse of complete black, much larger than most of the space in the Hellmaw that you've seen thus far. The path, however, continues, and unfortunately, due to Roll20 being just absolutely the most fun today, it appears that the map is not showing on the next part, so I'm trying to rebuild it from scratch, and so I
Oh.
apologize. I'm going to ask for you folks to just go ahead and riff amongst yourselves while I try and figure this out.
So we don't want to fight that guy?
Why? What do we, I mean,
He has a
Um,
6-part forge key.
which could help us how?
I don't know,
I mean,
the forge keys did some cool stuff before.
Yeah, I mean they've opened several rooms or unfortunately
Killing
opened up that gem.
Killing someone just because it would be beneficial to us is not okay. Even if they're a demon.
Well, it's not because they're a demon, it's because they have a forge key and they don't want us to have it.
Well, if they were an elf, would you kill them?
I mean, I did kill that dark. You know,
I mean, if they were mean. Maybe.
This demon is not mean.
That you know of.
Looks over at him,
That you know
probably
of.
still watching us.
Well, he hasn't done, or they haven't done anything to us, so. Killing people that haven't done anything to us is not good. Even if they're a demon.
I will remember this.
Arya's like,
Bird.
oh no.
Wait, hold on.
Did I join a
Killing
crusade?
people.
Gotta write that in the notebook.
I mean, you could always go back and get the nice fancy Shadow Dragon gem.
Could always just join the crusades. We don't have that, right?
Castles and Crusades?
I'm sure we have
no,
that.
we don't have that.
I mean, I'm sure there's like some organization somewhere where.
Crusades haven't been a thing for several generations.
But I mean, like, I'm sure there's an organization somewhere where it's like demons are bad. Let's just kill them.
No,
I'm sure there's like somewhere.
Demons are bad. Like that's true. Like they are the epitome of evil. They
Well,
are
a lot of things are bad.
No. I want to make sure it's very clear. Like the term evil needs to have a definition, right? And so for us, like evil for some people is basically just a scapegoat as this is a thing I can fight because it's quote unquote evil. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is the actual term evil and what it means. Self-serving in its purest form. So that creature was born and bred in the astral sea to be that side of the spectrum. It is like an angel, which is focused on community, even if that, and like, you know, working together, even if that's seen as bad in a lawful sense or a chaotic sense, depending on your angling. Evil can also go the same route, but it's self-serving. It's always for the individual. It's always for the focus of that creature. So far as to say, its evil nature does not include wanton slaughter for destroying people who pass by. So that seems amicable. Evil can be lived with. Like, we do it every day of our lives, right? There are people who are complete cunts and focus on themselves. I don't mean cunt like in a cunty word, but like complete assholes who will focus on themselves and only themselves and will not care about anybody else. Those people exist in our ranks, but we live with them and we, you know, don't go out and murder them. And then there are people on the opposite side who say people are evil, but they themselves are truly evil. But in the parlance of Dungeons and Dragons, that thing, that entity, that Yugoloth, is a neutral evil being. It was born that way to be thus. But that does not mean that it cannot be talked to, reasoned with, just like any other thing that has sentience. But its nature is factored into its essence. Demons can't be good. They do not give a fuck about anyone else.
It's a capitalist.
It can be. Lawful evil and, I would say, devils are more capitalism. And then, obviously, like, chaotic evil, that's a bit more anarchist. So it just depends on how you're kind of looking at it. Like, using political terminologies is hard to do in creatures that are kind of born with an essence that is so polarized, so focused on what it is. It has to be self-serving. Whatever it wants to do, it is presumably doing right now. If that wasn't the case, it wouldn't be doing whatever it's doing. It wants to do what it wants to do, and it does it. It does not give a fuck about the well-being of anybody else.
I'm going to say two things. One, you're not convincing me it's not capitalist. Two, you're not convincing me I shouldn't kill it right now.
Fair enough.
So, Arya. I'm just kidding.
No, it's totally okay. I'm just telling you, like, it from a point of view where Termaine is at, there's no reason to fight it, but at the same time, a hatred of demons does kind of come with
And it
the
makes
religious,
perfect sense. Yeah,
it comes
of
with
course.
the religious grounds, because you understand that they are self-serving to the detriment of all others.
Right, of course.
Termaine hates demons,
Yes.
but is willing to tolerate evil if it suits him.
Or no, if it's not a problem
If it
for
suits
others.
me,
Because
it suits me.
the good aspect of Termaine is protection of others.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that demon will exploit someone eventually and ruin someone eventually. So if Termaine does not choose to kill that demon now,
In Termaine's mind, that
What's
is a
the point?
problem for other people that you're basically just kicking down the road. That's
Well,
Termaine's point of view.
or not maybe, or it's a problem for Termaine when he becomes a little bit more powerful and can come back and take care of it.
Right. Because
you
again,
can take care of it now.
no, that motherfucker
'Cause if
does
I-
look like a death metal album. I did mention that. Do I have to show you
Right,
the picture
right.
again?
And so like, Tremaine would also think, like, why am I going to throw myself to my death and stop myself from helping other people
the courageous
when I
paladin.
could just
So you're
when I
scared.
could just wait? Don't
Oh,
put
God,
words in my mouth.
Shijo, I love the flip.
It's okay to be scared.
I love the
Well,
flip.
everyone is scared,
It's like, I'm not going to fight it.
but so there are many times that Tremaine has been scared, but you know what? He's been the only one in the front line getting his shit pushed in
Yeah, but
every
It's
single
okay.
time.
I love,
It's okay to be scared.
I love the angling here, Shijo. I really appreciate it so much. So I'm giving you inspiration because it's
trying.
really funny. Because it's like, I'm not fighting it, not because I'm not scared, because I don't think it's right to do so. Termaine should fight it because if he doesn't, he's a little bitch.
That's exactly what I'm hearing.
I love it. It was subtle. And very much appreciated. Yeah,
Anyway,
I would
how about this? I'm gonna take it on solo, and then when I die, I'm gonna come back as a backliner.
do you approach
You
it?
should never take it on solo. Arya would have your back no matter what.
Do you approach it?
Who?
You?
No, stupid.
I thought we were going east.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find the map because it broke, and I'm trying to distract you. It's
I'm just being being like a little distraction clown while
and I
John
appreciate your service.
looks for things.
And I'm not finding it, and it's really making me very, very mad because the preview image for this map is the correct image, but then when you go into it, it is just a blank white map.
So I've ruined my relationship to Andy for nothing. Thanks, John.
Dynamic lighting on, save settings, still doesn't work. That is so stupid. I'm actually getting frustrated.
sorry.
It's not your fault.
Frustrated.
Frustrated. So frustrated. Okay. I guess this is probably the smartest route. Thanks for watching, those that are watching still. I apologize for this current issue. I had a map, and it disappeared. Very hard for me to kind of work around Roll20. And I am confused. Did I delete it? I don't know. I don't think I did. It is an older map, and it was called... Yeah. Great. Okay, so we'll just do Theater of the Mind for now, and then we'll kind of work it in as I slowly build it. If you're continuing east, the creature on the mound will not interrupt you. will not interject itself in your way.
Mhm.
I describe the path that continues on. To the left, it looks like it's just nothing.
Darkness.
And way off in the distance, in this darkness, is a silver mote of light. I would say it's hard to kind of gain an idea perspective-wise as to how big this mote of light is, but it definitely seems to cause enough silver light to kind of move through the space so that everything's kind of visible and seeable. The path ahead of you breaks in two. It seems that you are now walking on one of two sides that are very craggy and deterministically kind of like positioned almost like stairs up towards something. The light doesn't give much in the way of a preview of what you're moving towards. However, it does seem that this cleft in the middle causes the path on the left, which would be the path kind of adjacent to the expanse, to have a certain level of instability to it. There just seems to be a certain shaky nature to the structure as a whole on the left. The path on the right, however, does seem to be quite a bit sturdier, and there is pathing from it southbound. If you wished to avoid the entirety of the stepway up towards the unknown, you could just divert to the right. If you wish to continue up the stepway, you could continue either on the left path or the right path up that way. Both seem to go in the same direction, and the divide between is no more than 30 feet, probably at its maximum.
Mm. Sturdy sounds nice.
Okay.
Does it just look sturdy, or is it actually sturdy?
It feels sturdy. The left path looks like every so often you'll see, like, breaks and then kind of pieces falling into the oblivion.
Okay. Just making sure.
Cool. Any arguments with that sound logic?
I look at the ceiling.
The ceiling in this space is very hard to detect. It definitely is well above you. And on the left side of you, you can see, like, it drops down and then kind of goes up, leaving, like, on the left side, it's almost like about a 50-foot tall window into the oblivion, the expanse space that I mentioned on the left.
Right.
Oh, right. This is... Okay, thank you, Roll20.
Yeah, right is the way that we're going.
Yes.
Or the side that we're going on.
That is correct. 60 by 34. Cool. Okay. Once you get up the pathway a bit, you can see up ahead that inside of the divide, there are structures that seem to be running from one side to the other. As you look at them more closely, they seem to resemble, in a sense, the stone structure you saw earlier today. The stone ring.
Mhm.
However, focusing on them more, they have an almost bone-like quality and nature to them. They almost appear to be like broken ribs set inside of this divide. Moving along, you would note, too, that you are walking up this crushed rocky structure to what appears to be a massive set of teeth set against a dark black background that seems to be kind of covered with sparkling and shining starlight, or perhaps bugs that float about and have a starlight quality in their light.
We're getting a teeth motif. Teeth motif.
Teeth motif. We'll just
Say
call it a
that.
motif. We'll call it a motif.
Motif, yes. This is the second
Are
time
are
we've
the
encountered
is
teeth.
the starlight motes? Because then it really would be motif.
Motif.
Oh, wow.
Perfection.
Ah,
Like it.
got him.
This is the best campaign I've ever run.
100%.
I think now it'll have a grid. I lied. I lied to you. Uh-huh. But why, though? Does it have a grid to you, or no?
No.
It has a rib motif.
Rib motif.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's like bone apple teeth.
bone
Yeah.
apple teeth.
Bone apple teeth.
But what if I were to stand on one of the ribs? Then it would be a ribbon motif. We're digging too deep. We're digging too deep. It has a grid now.
Oh, there's a grid.
I think we
Yay.
actually killed Tom though.
Tom died?
Maybe.
Nope, I'm still here.
He's barely clinging on.
So yeah, how would you like to proceed? As mentioned, the left side's kind of a ways away from you now, but it looks like you can climb onto the right and kind of make your way up. And this should not have darkness to it, so I'll alleviate that issue because the light still permeates. So there you go.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
That is pretty.
Oh my god. I'm afraid of this, but I'm also enticed by curiosity.
Classic.
Let me get this imp here. Alright, well, let's check it out, I guess. I move forward, but
Okay.
I stop.
Yeah, nothing seems to be untoward. The structure seems to have a very just primal feel to it. There are
Oh,
strange structures
funny.
kind of growing out of it, but it looks like there's something built inside of it, almost like a tent or some sort of like small hut.
Mm-hmm.
John, I'm sure you already know about it, but did you know about the mini map that's inside this map?
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The globe.
It's very cute. Wait, the globe? No.
Oh, what are you talking about?
This. Hold on. Let me
Ping
get
it?
the ruler again. This.
Oh wow! Did it drop twice? Oh, that's. I'm gonna get so mad. Oh, that is funny. It shrank it. It didn't.
It's so little.
That's the original version. That's the original version. Oh, I'm so furious. Oh my god, I'm gonna shit.
Oh my god.
It shrank it into the corner.
It's so
It's okay.
little.
This one's better, anyways.
Yeah, no, this is great. Just cracking up about that one.
I'm so mad. It shrank it. It didn't get rid of it.
It's so little. Okay, it's gone.
Yeah, no, I deleted it. So,
Okay, we should proceed. So these are cliffs that are kind of going up towards it.
yeah, that's right. And you can kind of make your way around to the structure on the side here. It looks like the safest way to the center of the teeth would be on this rib, and then
Oh.
over to this ledge.
Okay. Do we want to do that? Arya,
Sure.
you like bones?
Yeah.
I do love bones.
Give us your bones. Okay.
So
As you kind of start walking out on the bones, you would hear a voice kind of resonating from inside of the structure. A feminine voice, but a voice that seems to be very, very, very angry. Who are you that would come to me? You are not 3, you are but 2. Leave this place. You have no right.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to disturb you.
Shut up, Fey girl.
Not very nice.
It's not very nice. You would hear from inside
We're
the
not
structure.
3, we're 4.
You're bad at math. Shut up. You're not even 1. You do not matter, boy. I wanted to say it.
Oh no.
Let me chew on that for a moment.
If you keep yapping, I'll chew on you. How dare you bring these peons to me without your coven full?
Oh.
Oh. I'm so sorry. What?
Arya likes
Speaking
bones.
to Arya, not anybody else.
Yeah, you would see a creature step out of the shadow. The creature in question, I'm trying to get the image, but everything is broken today, and I just want to cry. It's fine. I'll live. Yeah. Add handout because why? You would recognize this feminine figure as a hag, but more specifically as a night hag. And that would be Termaine, Arya. Every single one of you actually would recognize this for what it is.
Which is what?
A night hag.
A night hag.
And she basically looks like this as she comes out. Blue silvery light appearing above her hand as she kind of comes out and like gestures for Termaine to shut up.
Jermaine would turn aside to Arya. She's good, right?
Damn.
Good?
Mhm.
I don't know who she is.
Oh.
I've never met her.
Okay.
Auntie. Hello? I don't know you.
No, and I do not care to know you. You're not even fully coven. I do not speak with surface dwellers of the Sisterhood who are not so duly and correctly bound. Your power is fleeting. You are dying. I do not care for you. I do not wish to know you.
Arya is like, why the fuck am I here right now? Like, this is not useful to me to be here right now. Also, she kind of is clocking me in front of my friends.
And I'm
I
not a
don't-
fan of that.
So I don't know if like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Ronnie is not gonna be like, you fucking hag, branding bitch, right? But Tremaine might clock it. I don't know, and certainly Soul might clock
You?
it. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know that Ronnie is like, oh yeah, let me like, like on the hunt for like people who are friends with hags,
Oh,
or
yeah,
like,
no,
yeah,
she's
No,
like the
I'm
thing
more,
that she focuses on is more the losing power part. Like, oh my god, is Arya losing power?
or you're
okay.
dying. That's the part that Tremaine would be worried about. You're dying.
Well,
What's that about?
Tremaine, she also clocked me though as somebody who would or would not be part of a coven, and in D&D and this universe, that's pretty much hag related.
Right,
And
sure,
you and
sure.
and hags are like some of the most evil creatures in reality.
In
I
this
So
mean,
I've
universe.
been
but
outed
you're
right
not
now.
correctly you're not correctly bound. You could be hag adjacent.
Right.
Okay.
So you know that now.
That
I think
wasn't
we
something
kind of
I
had a
knew before.
feeling of that.
Yeah, but you didn't know.
That's true.
Hag curious.
Hag curious, yeah.
Unfortunately, no. Yeah, you're full on hag. Sorry, girly. Yeah, you're a part of a triumvirate
No,
here.
I know I'm full. I know
Fair.
I'm like
I just want to
full
make sure.
hag.
I just want to make sure.
But if other people want to clock me at, or want to be like, oh, she's hag curious, honey. Yeah, sure, that's what I am.
So
But I mean, here's the thing: is that Arya has shown themselves to be extremely like loyal
Herself.
and herself. Thank you, and has our backs.
Yeah, there could be no ulterior motives.
I want
Oh,
to
of course not.
stress one main thing before we do continue forward, because she is going to be a bit more salty. But night hags aren't just hags. Night hags are the worst of the worst in that they broke off from the Fae and tied themselves to fiends.
Oh, that's
So
true.
it is very much more likely the case that the reason why she isn't coven bound is because she is a fiend powered individual.
Mm,
And you're talking about Arya right now.
no,
I'm
No.
talking about the night hag that's
The night
standing
hag.
before you that you have not gotten the name of yet.
Oh, because I thought the night hag said that Arya is not correctly bound.
2 of 3.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're searching for their third.
Haven't made any way
Arya
across the bar
looks.
yet.
Wait, what was that, Tom?
You haven't found the right person across the bar yet.
Looking for a third. That's right.
Yeah.
Polycule. No, it's a
I mean,
coven.
it's a coven.
What's the difference, Jonathan?
Great question. They do share spell slots.
That's true. So Arya looks kind of caught off guard, embarrassed, kind of, like, oh God, I mean, she's not. I mean, she knows that thing is a fiend, or is fiend-ish. So does Tremaine.
Yep.
Arya is going to say, well, magic isn't free, so she's gonna take a step back.
She'll say, "Wait, no, that would be stupid. Did she send you to find me? I do not wish to be a part of you, but I won't say that the notion isn't a bit tantalizing."
Cringe! Oh my god!
Well, then
Gross! No!
She says, "Well then, fuck you then." She'll run back into her. She runs back into her tent, mad, and you can hear kind of clashing about in there, like she's either throwing stuff around or looking for something specific.
What do you mean you showed up and you didn't want to invite me to the threesome? Oh god. Okay. Arya
Orgies are
looks
only fun when somebody wants to do it with you.
Arya looks embarrassed. Like it's really weird because like being queer, right?
Right.
It's like there are things happening that are like not 100% clear probably to everybody. Arya looks very embarrassed, very like uncomfortable. She's backed up against the stone. She's like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why did we have to run into a hag? And that's it. She's a little bit paralyzed.
After a few moments, do you folks, like, because again, she's still clattering around inside of her tent, inside of the skull thing. But do you remain here or do you wish to retreat? There do not appear to be any other places to go other than inside of that tent. Other than backtrack.
Well, I mean, Tremaine would want to be kind of supportive of Arya and take her lead.
Arya's not leading.
So you're just kind of back to the wall, like waiting kind of for the next boot to drop. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, she's kind of like doing this, kind of like.
Ronnie, do you have anything you want to interject in these moments? And the same question goes for you as well, Soul.
Ronnie's confused
uh,
on what's going on, and she's not gonna get involved, so she's gonna go this way because clearly we're not invited.
okay. So Ronnie appears to be heading backwards, tracking backwards. Soul, similarly, or are you going to?
Sounds great.
Yep. Bravely retreat.
It's like, don't have time for this gay shit.
Yep. If you make your way down, eventually what you will see is that she does rush back out, and she does appear to be carrying like a stick. Like, and she seems to rush out like in kind of like a angry kind of fashion, but as you're kind of making your way down the cliff and kind of continuing back down the path, she kind of like waves it around, and there's like a faint kind of sound of her yelling up that way.
Get off my lawn!
Effectively correct. If you backtrack, or rather, when you backtrack, there was the option that I mentioned that there is kind of like a veering to the south from where you kind of moved up the approach. And then there's, of course, backtracking fully and heading back into the rocky cavern where the Yugoloth was located.
What was the south one? Was the
It just seemed like the path, kind of veered off to the south into the rocky kind of structure.
Mm-hmm.
The north was where the dark expanse was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dark Expanse sounds scary. I think either backtracking all the way or go south.
Those are both of the options that are available to you. So it would definitely have to be one of those.
I'm okay with going south and continuing exploration.
So
Well, let's go south.
I want to make sure we understand something very, very, very important here. We just need someone to make a decision. The second a decision is made, we can move forward. I know. We want to be.
I just feel like I've been making a lot of decisions, so I was trying to help people make other.
I understand the democratic process is desired, but sometimes there just needs to be a driver.
Let's go south.
Okay, so when you travel that way and kind of veer south into the cliff structure there, the rocky structure there, it eventually leads to a point where you find a tunnelway. This tunnelway delves pretty deep and kind of drops down a little bit, but not like a massive amount that like is offsetting. It just has a little bit of a gradation to it. This gradation, you'll note, seems to have a bit of pooling of liquid. Where this liquid has kind of come from must be behind you from somewhere, but it didn't seem damp or noticeably humid or anything in that space where the hag was located. But this pathway seems to have like a nice measure of water to it. Continuing on, this unworked tunnel stops suddenly at a point where the tunnel is replaced with a worked tunnel, or rather a hallway. This hallway is narrow, about 5 feet wide, maybe actually a little less than 5 feet wide, closer to 3 or 4. And it appears that the stones are heavy slabs of stone that have been set in place and appear to be kind of the same kind of stone. These slate panels have been placed on the walls and ceiling as well. It's so narrow that you'll have to walk in a kind of single file fashion. So if you would kindly just mention Termaine, obviously probably in front, unless you want to scout up front. Ronnie, Soul, Arya, or Ronnie, Arya, Soul?
I'm fine being in the back.
Okay. And do you wish to watch out behind you as you continue forward, or do you wish to kind of be unconcerned with that?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye behind.
Okay. If you advance forward, hopefully this doesn't... Yeah, perfect. Good. Okay. So you would see... that looks...
Ooh.
There we go. You will see that the path that you kind of enter into at first seems to be very neat, nice, thin, narrow, but then you start kind of breaching past spider webs.
Yeah.
And it's a point where if you were the type to have like lit flames, which you're not, it would be a problem. You come to a point where the passage ahead looks like there was a barring or like blockade, a door of some sort that would have blocked your way forward, but it has been broken. Shards of the door remain set inside of its frame, and other pieces on the ground seem to be kind of laden with spider web and these very strange, weird structures of web. They look like egg sacs, like a spider's egg sacs.
Mm-hmm.
However, they're much larger than you would expect based on the amount of webbing or the size of the webbing that you've been encountering. Termaine, as you're first, when you come up to a point where there's a kind of door or passageway to the left of you, you notice that this room is filled with these sacs. And there appears to be one very large sac, almost person-sized, on the back wall. Yeah,
that's what I was wondering. Mm-hmm.
Set next to it, looks like it's set in the stone, is a sword with a moon-white blade.
Tremaine would turn and say, I think there might be a person in one of these webs. Let's try to free them.
Okay.
Are they alive?
I don't know. I'm going to take my sword and see if I could carefully cut the webbing to see what's underneath.
Absolutely. So, what you will notice is as you do so, it kind of pops open. Like there's like a nice kind of like almost exaggerated kind of pop.
So my shield is up as I'm doing that too.
Sure.
Okay.
It's kind of a little bit of this action. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But there's kind of a exaggerated pop. Like if you've seen Christmas Vacation, when Chevy Chase cuts open the turkey, like we're talking that kind of level of like effect,
Okay.
right? Inside you see a skeleton that appears to have its skin completely like taut to it, like just pulled inwards, like something with a great amount of force just sucked this thing completely dry. It's what everybody wants. The thing inside does not appear to be savable, and it looks like whatever they were, they've been dead for some time now. This does not.
I'm not going to spend too much time, but I'm going to pick up the sword.
Okay. As you grab the sword and try to move it, it seems that it's kind of pretty well buried in the stone. And I need you to make a strength athletics check. And I would like for all 3 other individuals to make a perception check.
Could I ask Arya for help removing it?
You can
Could I give up? Could I give up my perception to help?
Sure.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll
Ooh,
with
could my
advantage.
So good.
could my imp make a perception?
Sure.
So I'm gonna
Imp-
roll the
imp-
athletics check before the perception check resolves. Yes.
You're not going to make a perception check. You don't get one.
No. I'm gonna roll the athletics check before the perception
It's
check.
going to happen kind of
resolve.
simultaneously, yeah.
Sure. 26.
Okay. So you pull the blade free of the stone. When you do so, the imp starts kind of like squawking and yelling and pointing
Squawk!
at the blade. And in a language that Arya would understand, because I believe they have telepathy, would say, a strand is connected to the soul. Oh, it's too late! And the strand would break, just as you see it.
Shit.
It looks like it was connected to some sort of tether. The second that happens, a blur of blue light appears above Termaine, and a massive spider appears connected to the ceiling and the wall directly above Termaine's face. Like, Termaine's face here, spider face here, and that's where we're starting the fight.
Yay.
Let's see. Initiative tracker up, and let me get a handout for this guy so you can be seeing him.
I mean, he's pretty fucking enormous.
That is
even
fucking
token-wise.
big.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bluish greenish light to more specifically explain how it kind of materializes.
Okay.
Some of you might already know what it is.
It's Shelob.
No,
Is it a phase spider?
it might be a phase spider.
It says phase spider.
Oh, face.
Soul,
Had to be.
you did terribly on your perception check, I believe.
Yeah, super bad.
I would say the reason why that's the case is you weren't really paying attention to what was going on in the room. You were paying attention to the fact that the hallway that you would be leading towards, like that you're kind of heading towards, it looks like another one appeared in the passageway and is basically blocking your entry into this space.
Okay, we fighting now.
Yay.
Everybody on the board?
Yep.
Looks like it. And then I just
Not
need
the phase
to get
spiders.
the spoder on there. Please doing it. Okay, thank you. Descending.
Damn.
What's your dexterity modifier there? It's less than mine. I'm gonna be going first. Cool. I forgot to say roll with disadvantage, but since you rolled less than the phase spider in all regards, I'm just gonna go ahead and this will be how it would have worked out anyway. Combat music, I think, is in order. What's up, baby cat?
He wants attention.
I don't want to give it to him.
He knows it's almost time.
Is it? He's blocking
Yeah.
he's blocking
It's
the clock.
9:40, or yeah, it's 9:40.
Thank you.
All good.
So good.
Okay, so he is going to bite Termaine twice. And it will have advantage on you for the attack.
All right.
First attack is going to miss. Second attack will hit a 23. Okay, you will take 5 piercing damage and 13 poison damage.
18?
18 total. If this damage reduces the target to 0 hit points,
Does not.
then you would become stable and you would gain the poison condition for an hour. but it did not knock you to 0, so that did not happen. After it kind of bites into you and kind of realizes, like, this is kind of a bit more metal than I like, you watch as it kind of falls back into the wall. It just kind of into the wall, and then it comes out of the ceiling above Sol and Ronnie.
Oh, she.
So the space that you're in, the hallway, no one asked what the roof size is. It's a little bit higher, so it's kind of flat panel and coming down towards you inside of this narrow space, which is terrifying. Arya, you're up.
Yeah.
The other one does not move.
Wait, is Arya's dex better than mine?
What?
No, it is not. Ronnie, you're up.
I was like, wait. The spider, sure, I guess, but...
I'm sorry, could I just clarify? Did we get a long rest or not between exiting the last... Okay, we did. Okay, because I'm... Got it. Thank you.
That's why you got the experience, remember?
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Just keep up, Johnny.
I'm working on it.
We are in close combat.
Oh, yeah.
Here. Super duper. Wait, hold on. That's a dumb idea. Yeah, all of those are dumb ideas. Well, not dumb ideas. We're gonna take out our hand axe that we're super good with. And we're gonna try hacking at it.
Sure.
18.
That'll hit.
Sick. Oh, I forgot to Hunter's Mark. It's fine. 7.
Okay, it takes damage.
And then, do I have an extra attack?
Yeah, you're 5th level.
Okay. Well, between these 2 attacks, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Oh, wait, it was checked.
No. Sorry, you will not have a second attack with the spell Wield Skill. So, if you're casting Wield Skill to attack with it, the spell is the attack.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries. Wield Skill makes you a better attacker with a hand axe. It's not a bad choice. Because you suck with strength, right?
Yeah.
Wield Skill says you use your Wisdom modifier, your spellcasting modifier to attack.
Okay,
so it's not a bad choice.
Okay,
So,
I'll just do that, but
Mark.
add 2 back to the roll because I accidentally had Hunter's Mark checked.
Oh, okay. Well,
just being honest.
1d6. Yeah, got it. 3 plus 2 plus got it. 2 on the dice roll. I see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Arya, you're up. And you are inside of this room with Termaine. Now, Termaine, you have your shield. You had your sword. You had to put your sword away after cutting the thing open to grab the other sword and pull it out. It attacked you while you're holding the Moonlight Sword.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. I'll hex.
Okay.
And I will step back. Can I step into this space?
Yeah.
And then I will Eldritch Blast.
It's like in Solasto or like Baldur's Gate when you like step into an area where there's like destructive terrain. It just kind of, the webbing kind of breaks all over the place. Body falls over to the side. It has like terrible like collision physics. So it's just like...
And it's strength. And then we will cast 2 Eldritch.
Hexed. That'll hit.
Ooh, what the fuck, man?
Second one will miss. 7 damage is fine. Plus a d6, please.
Five, 12. End of turn.
Alright. Termaine, you're up.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to use Lay on Hands on myself to give myself 18. Whoops. Give myself 18 back. so that I'm at full. Then I'm going to rush forward to the spider. Can I reach it from this position?
You can step into Ronnie's space and then step back out as she's kind of in the doorway.
Yeah, I'll do
but
that.
You will provoke an opportunity attack in the movement.
All right. I'll do that, and I'm going to smack it with. So do I do a regular longsword attack?
Yeah, just a regular longsword attack will work for me.
So my longsword has a +1. Will you minus that out? Or...
Yeah, I'll do what I need to do on my side.
Okay. 17 to hit.
Hits.
So it's gonna take damage and the sap condition.
So that'll be 9 damage.
And
Okay.
then I'll take that opportunity attack as I step back.
Yep. I don't have advantage on this one, so 23 will hit. Lucky roll.
Very lucky roll.
Indeed. And then it will do...
Hold on. Is that not having advantage from the disadvantage from sap, or is that just because...
Oh, great question. It does have disadvantage from sap. I have to roll again. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for that. Good job.
So this will be an interesting play because I have been toying with an idea here. Because you are the one that this fumble was instigated against, I need you to roll a d20 there, Tremaine.
Okie doke. D20. I rolled a 14.
Okay. So it's just a dead-on miss. Just nothing crazy happens. And, yeah. You back away. But yeah, solid missing. It would have been 26 damage had it hit, though.
That's big time.
Damn you, Tom, for paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your up.
Thank you, Tom.
While it is distracted with Tremaine, I am gonna go back a little ways.
Did use its reaction, yep.
Sorceress Burst, fire. 22.
That'll hit. That is a 7 on the dice. Is it... For Sorcerer's Burst, is this 1/8 gets a reroll? Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it has to be an 8, yeah. So 9
But it's
total.
either one of the dice, because
Reroll.
now that it's level 5 cantrip, you're rolling
Yeah.
it twice. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll 2 8s or some shit. Got it. Just any 8s rolled on the initial damage roll do the doubles. Okay. Yeah, it's bloodied as fuck. It's mad. It seems to be mad, I would say, at Soul, but it definitely does
at me.
see Ronnie is a problem. It can't even really see you from its vector because you're inside of the room and the ceiling it's in is higher than the
Why
ceiling
me?
you're in. So yeah, Ronnie time. Let's smash. 2 attacks.
Wow.
Yep, that's a critical.
Oh, fudge.
And that's going to be enough to hit your AC. So let's see. Damage number 1 is going to be a total of 26. And damage on the second one is going to be a total of...
Is it higher than
20.
13?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so fun fact, when you are knocked to 0 by this damage, more happens to you. You are poisoned for 1 hour, but you are automatically stabilized, so you are not dying. You are just stable.
So it wants to eat you.
Yeah, I don't want to kill you. I want to make it last long.
You want to make sure I'm still nice, tasty.
Correct.
Yeah, putting me under the heat lamp.
Yes. I want succulent, not al dente. I want that, like, yeah, I want the Alfredo pasta elvish meal is what the phase spider is thinking. So while you're poisoned, and you are poisoned for 1 hour, okay, but while you're poisoned, you are also paralyzed. So even if someone gets you back up to hit points for a whole hour, you are out.
Very cool. So I'm gonna put poisoned. There's not a paralyzed one. Oh wait, no, there is.
Yep, it should be a condition on the train.
Paralyzed.
But you're also stable, so
Yes.
very,
And I'm
very
prone.
cool. Ronnie,
Look at all my
it
little
is
steps.
your turn. No death saving throws are required, so we'll skip you and move to Arya. And I would like to say, like, the way it kind of looks is Spider kind of slams down into her, kind of catches her on the side, and you see her kind of like cringe in pain. But the next one kind of slams down in that same spot, and it holds on to it with its fucking spider face, and then like as it's kind of holding there, it kind of like relinquishes her, but she drops to the ground, not moving.
Mhm.
What would you like to do, Arya? Muted.
I wish I knew if this thing was intelligent or not. But I don't know that. So
You know who would know?
who?
Ronnie. Just after. I can't.
Okay.
I'm paralyzed.
So I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force.
The poison's inside of me. These are great. I love 2024 monster. The way they've done monsters, in my opinion,
Second level.
very good stuff. I don't know if anyone watching is playing the 2024 monsters, but yeah, they feel more impactful and fun. Holy shit.
They do hit hard.
Intelligence save, please.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, smart.
Do I have any kind of cool stuff? Nope. So my intelligence is a 3. I rolled a 6.
Nice.
Total, not on the dice. Yeah. Phantasmal Force. It imagines that it is in what?
I would say that it's being eaten by like little mites, like
Oh.
a bunch of little mites that eat. I don't know, fucking blink spiders, whatever.
Okay.
So the only thing about Phantasmal Force that I'm dumb about is does it level up?
So the way it's going to work is, did you cast it at 3rd level?
Well, I tried to, but like it
Yeah, because this doesn't have a higher casting, I don't think.
it doesn't, right?
I don't.
Well, it
think.
doesn't matter because I'm a warlock, so everything is cast at 3rd level no matter what.
Yeah.
So okay, but I'm just making sure that there isn't a higher casting.
I am
So-
checking right now.
I looked, but it doesn't make sense to me. But the way things are organized are kind of fucky.
Yeah, it does not have a higher level casting.
Okay.
And I think
So no, it doesn't. So you are for 1 minute, wrapped up in these little disgusting things. So on each of my turns, I deal 2d8.
Oh,
Does that
yeah.
include my turn right now?
Hold on, no, Girly, I think you're using old language. I think this is old Phantasmal Force.
2024?
Yeah. It's supposed to be 2024. I don't know if this is it. On a failed
I don't know.
save. You create a phantasmal object, creature, or other phenomenon. Okay, that language is correct. I see. It doesn't give you the in this failed block. It's not giving you the determination for what else is happening. I see. It's short language. It's shorthand language. Okay, that's interesting. That's cool though. I like how they allowed spells to have subsects. Gregory. So yeah, on each of your turns, the phantasm will do 2d8 damage to the target. I suppose that would include this turn. So go ahead and roll 2d8. Or just click the damage button. That would
I fucking hate this shit. So that's 4.
That's enough. That'll kill it.
Okay.
So it,
Oh!
yeah,
Go.
Wasted
it
a spell
imagines
slot.
it's being ate
I'm
by
dead.
mites, and it falls to the ground. Yeah, I said it was hella bloody. It drops. It lands on top of Ronnie. It doesn't look super heavy. It just looks kind of like, I don't know, bulky. And we can keep these initiative trackers, but what I will say is that when that happens, the other one is going to maneuver away from you, and it's just kind of heading in deeper into the complex.
Run away.
Skittering away.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's not a bad spot to end. Do you wish to continue like chasing that thing down, or do you want to end the fight there?
Oh, I mean, we need to take care of Ronnie.
Yeah.
Sure.
When we get to my turn, I'll cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay. Good call. Yeah, that'll get rid of the poison.
Yay!
Okay. So yeah, if we want to exit combat, if we're not chasing it down, I'm totally okay with that, and we just go ahead and say that Lesser Restoration is cast on Ronnie, and then someone could cast a healing spell on Ronnie to get them some hit points because she
Wait,
is
I have
at
a
0.
question.
Yeah.
Lesser Restoration will end one condition.
Poisoned, and poisoned is the pre-existing condition that's required for paralyzed to be in presence. So
Okay.
Yes,
while
yes,
you are
yes.
poisoned, you are paralyzed. Is the wording specifically? You know?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You just
Okay,
have to get rid of
just
the weird
making
cogs.
sure
No problem.
because
Yeah, definitely a smart question. But yeah, it's some of the poisons will kind of do another thing as well, but only as long as you are also poisoned.
Is this a
Alright.
defensible position?
It seems pretty defensible, but the problem is you did just see those creatures move through rock and teleport.
Okay.
Yeah, they ethereal jaunt. But if you do all kind of clamber into this space, pull Ronnie in, and if you want to go ahead and cast some healing, you can. And we'll just pick up next session with what happens next inside of the bug hall. Or rather,
The
the
bug
spider
hall.
hall, because they're not... Spiders are not
Um,
bugs, they're arachnids. Thanks for watching
no,
those that
shrimps is
did.
bug.
Shrimps is bug, correct. Thanks for watching those
Okay.
that did, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.